name is Kanye.
Oh, there he is. Oh, Will, we missed you.
My name is Kanye.
What?
Better, harder, faster, stronger. Hey everybody, welcome back to Table Talk, the only show on the internet where we talk about tables to your face. I'm William Haynes.
And I'm Bree Rig.
And I'm Megan Batoon.
Thanks to the sponsor of this episode, Domain.com, where you can go for all your best domain needs when you got a great idea. Domain.com is reliable, affordable, and easy to use. And at Domain.com, you have the opportunity to choose from a growing list of 250 plus extensions. You know, like your girlfriend has? In her hand? She's still cool. Like dot design, dot space, and dot NYC. Domain.com wants to hook you up, save 20% on domain names and web hosting when you use the code TALK. So welcome to the show, Megan. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing the Kanye thing.
Aww.
I'll just do it.
So short-lived.
When I'm at home, I'm gonna take them home and I'm gonna do it by myself. No one can stop me.
We know you will.
No,
we
like,
know you're going
We'll
to.
see you on Snapchat.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do today. You guys are gonna know when we filmed it.
You'll know because he'll post something on his Facebook like, I'm the best. William Haynes, look at me, I'm the best. Something like that.
Okay, you can't. I was just telling Megan today. When I listen to Kanye, I feel like the shit. The shit.
I think
you do about yourself or about
myself.
Feel like he's the shit.
Okay. I mean, also him. I also think he's the shit, but he's a little bit more than shit than I am.
I watched I Am Kate the other night, and
he was on it,
and he was so supportive, and it was really sweet.
Yes.
And he smiled.
Kanye smiles all the time.
He's a smiler.
He's got a beautiful. You seen that man's teeth?
He has great teeth.
He has great teeth. He definitely paid a lot of money
Veneers?
for them. Yeah,
For
like
sure.
you should see Chris Rock's teeth before he got famous. Chris Rock had like, oh my god.
What is
okay,
this?
imagine
He was
tentacles.
an octopus.
Yeah.
He had
Before
tentacles
he got famous,
coming
he was
out
an
of his mouth. It was gross, but he fixed them.
That's the sign of
I don't know
fame.
why, but I love teeth. I love like
Good teeth.
good teeth or bad teeth. I don't know. I just
you like bad teeth?
I like crooked teeth. I like jagged teeth. I like jagged teeth. I like people that have like pointy teeth. Like they have
Vampires.
like these are pointy. Lieberman's. Because he has like these pointy teeth right here, and they like fit so perfectly, and it's so creepy. I'm
Like
really
a little mouth
sorry.
puzzle.
It's a mouth puzzle.
I really am into nice teeth. I really like. I remember one time when I was in high school, a girl asked me, she's like, "What do you like in girls?" And I said, "I like eyebrows," and I meant it. Good eyebrows are good.
Do you like Cara?
Definitely. How you say her last name?
Delevingne.
They're too good. It's too good. They're not even the same color as her hair.
That's typical.
Yeah,
Does that happen to people?
Yeah, that's a thing.
What color am I?
the same color.
Is my hair?
Yes.
You're abnormal.
I'm abnormal.
Everybody hates you.
Everybody hates me. What if they... Oh, yeah, we got to do a thing.
Yeah.
I'm just over here talking to you guys. Okay, so, Liv Hart says, what is the best thing that's happened to you in the past week? I've talked about it too much. I've told this story so many times.
Go ahead. Will.
I know. I've already told it.
Do it.
I said it on the podcast. I talked about Casey Neistat. Yes, I love Casey Neistat. Yes, I can't suck his dick anymore. He has a great... Everything about him is great. What about you guys?
I got to do a table talk with John Green at VidCon, and that made my life. I was so happy because I'm such a fan. Like, I'm a secret,
I heard
super
a
John
rumor
Green
about him.
fangirl.
I heard a rumor about him. I heard, like, when you're alone with him, he tries to sell you books. He's like those people that come to your house and like, come read about Jesus. He's like, John, okay, we get it. We get it. It's a paper town.
You get it. You're successful.
You're successful. If I was a book writer, somebody correct me and tell me the name.
An author.
I would be trying to sell my books all the time, like a drug dealer. I'd be like, you want some books? You got some books? You want some books? You got some book needs? You want a sad book? Got a happy book? How you feeling?
What? You know what? He doesn't need that. His books are everywhere. I was in the grocery store last night, and his books were in the grocery store.
In the grocery
I'm
store?
sure.
Yes.
And not in the lame way, like, you know, there's some movies in the grocery store that are lame.
Yeah.
Like
Are
he's...
there movies in a grocery store?
Yeah, like Daddy Daycare.
Daddy Daycare.
Right?
What
a
happened to
grocery
Eddie
store
Murphy?
I know.
Eddie Murphy is a comedy legend.
Yeah, you
And
love him.
he did Daddy Daycare.
He did.
Shrek was funny.
Shrek was funny.
Yeah.
What's the best thing that happened to you, man?
In the past week, though,
You could push it to 2. Don't you
Can I
dare
push
push it to
it?
3.
can I push it to like 2 months?
Okay.
Sure.
I met Bo Burnham.
You did?
Yes!
How was it?
It was cool. He is tall. He's large. He's a large human being. He's not as skinny as you would think. He's got like a body. He
Because
was
we
awesome.
haven't seen him
He
in
was
like 3 months. He hasn't done anything for a couple months. Maybe he started jacking up.
Oh.
Not.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
He probably did that too. It's been a couple
that's
months.
probably every day. But no, he does a live show at Largo, Los Angeles every month. Yeah, so we walked in behind my friend Gerard, was like, you gotta meet Bo, because he knows I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
I know you're
That's
obsessed
cool.
too.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. He's
Obsessed.
hilarious.
Obsessed.
How
Just
obsessed?
So tell us everything.
Just
Tell
had
us
to
all the
stress
details.
it.
How
it was just
obsessed,
amazing.
though?
And I had like the sentence that I was gonna say to him. I was gonna say, "Hi, nice to meet you. I've learned so much from your comedy." And I worked on this for like maybe 2 weeks, right? And then I meet him. I didn't say any of that stuff. I was like, I was wearing boots that day, literally shaking in my boots. I've never
Literally
shook
shaking?
in my boots
Like,
before.
oh my
I get
God.
it,
But
but
it
it's
was
Bo
great.
Burnham.
You know.
I probably would have been like that too.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, we looked it up today. He is 6'5". Do you know how awesome you are when
yeah.
you walk around? You're 6'5". You could be a little bitch and still be 6'5", and people are like,
Unless you're one of
Yeah.
those people that is that height and is still not aware of their height and bumps
Yeah.
into shit. Because I knew
Yeah.
someone who did that, and it was always funny.
You like
Yeah.
have to have high ceilings. Like Bo's house is probably like all high ceilings.
all high
Okay,
ceilings.
so did you guys ride off into the sunset or what?
No.
What did he call it? Did he say something? Was he nice back?
He was nice. He was nice.
What did he say?
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, what else can you
He's very
say?
cordial. He was very sweet. We talked a little bit about Kanye, a little bit about being artists and kind of like dealing with backtracks and like staying on time with stuff because like dance and comedy are kind of similar with timing. So like we connected a little bit and then I think he was tired so he had to leave.
Yeah.
But it was a glorious 4 minutes.
If I ever met Chris Rock, I would never stop talking about it. One time I
Yeah.
met Mike Shinoda. I just want you guys to
know,
know.
Will,
One time
we
I met
know.
Mike Shinoda and it was pretty cool. It was on a Friday.
Can I hit it? Is
You
that
remember
cool?
the day?
I
The Mike
remember.
Shinoda story. Can I hit you? I
No,
want to hit you.
people love the Mike Shinoda story. All right,
I don't think I've heard it.
I was coming out the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is Mike Shinoda from Lincoln's Park." Just had to say what's
Lincoln's
up to
Park.
from Lincoln's Park.
And he says it like that every time.
It's Lincoln's Park. And he was so cool.
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln, you know,
Talking about the band Linkin Park.
Oh.
you know, Mike Shinoda was there, and we talked for a minute. I don't remember what the motherfucker said, but it was cool.
That's great.
Moving on. Okay, this question or topic comes from T-Bird42. Establish what the bases are because I've heard multiple versions.
I honestly don't even know.
I do.
You know
Establish what
that?
the what?
I know. The,
The
sexual
bases.
bases.
1,
Are
2,
you
3,
ready?
and home.
Oh.
Or first, second, third.
Well, I think
And
that's opinionated.
Is that what
Well,
that's
I don't give a fuck. I'm
prepare.
picking it up again. I didn't like that.
Prepare. French. Feel.
French feel.
Feel is also finger. French, finger, feel. Fellatio, fuck.
How many bases do you
Wait,
have?
4.
There are
Yeah, no, there's.
There's 4.
home base. That's
Home base
is-
is sex.
that's
It's-
fucking-
That's the
Yeah,
F.
that's 4.
They're all
first
Fs.
base.
Is kissing.
Does that have tongue in it?
French.
Yeah.
I didn't learn
First
until
is
this year
French.
that making out has tongue in it. I was doing it wrong my whole life. Well, not even
What?
my whole life. Like
Wait.
I was doing it wrong
Okay,
for 2
can
weeks.
you show us an example on your hand of what you were doing? Like,
No.
you just called yourself out. Now you have to like, come
Well,
on,
it's
Will.
like
Alright.
what? Like just like a fish?
I was like,
Oh, that's a peck.
That's kind of sweet.
I mean, I don't
You
like
thought
to
that was
intrude.
making out?
Yeah, and I was telling people too. I was like, yeah,
just
we
like,
made out
okay.
and shit, man.
Were you
I
like
was
this?
wrong. I don't want to be
Yeah.
real specific. There are people watching this. My mom could be watching this. Mommy, look away. Mommy, look away so I can show them what I did.
Okay, question. I just did this to my hand, and it felt so weird. Try this. Try this. Imagine if kissing was just going like this
To another person's hand?
What's
to
wrong
another
with
person's
that?
lips.
I feel like people do that.
What's wrong with that?
Is that what you mean?
There's nothing wrong with
Maybe.
it. There's just nothing right about it.
But I
Yeah.
remember the first time a girl put her tongue in my mouth, I was like, oh.
That's where it goes.
And isn't bad? I thought about Darren too, and I was like, this is what he was talking about. Because Darren has been telling me since I met him that I was doing it wrong. And
how does he know?
He's just always telling me. Darren, I've always said he was my sex coach. He still is. Everybody when I say that, they're like, he is failing you. I'm like,
I think you just threw Darren under the bus as being the worst sex coach ever.
is it the coach that's bad or the player?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's winning.
You gotta
this
be
game.
a real good coach.
Yeah.
I need like Will Smith and Hitch. I need that.
Yeah.
And
but-
so I was doing it wrong, but thank you. Now I know. I'm not really sure how much. I'm not sure how much I like it. I'm not sure that
Making
I
out.
like tongue. Like I
it
just
gets you get used to it.
like whose tongue? Like I know my tongue isn't the cleanest.
Tongue scrapers are a thing.
They are.
Being honest, I think about that all the time, actually. Like,
Dirty tongues?
Dirty tongues.
Really?
Dirty tongues.
Like,
I've never
when you're
thought.
making out with someone, do you ever get like a little, in the back of your mind, think, I wonder what they ate today?
Yes.
No.
Especially if you're like, they're like your boyfriend or your girlfriend,
Yeah.
and you went to the restaurant with him, and you know they ordered some nasty shit.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you get that fucking sushi shit? And then you want to make out with me? Fish tongue? These
Okay.
fish tongue hoes love spreading that shit.
To be fair, in defense of the fish tongue hose,
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say, if you go to a sushi restaurant,
I love sushi
I love
restaurants.
Seuss. With your SO, that means that you both probably had Seuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So
like,
is it that gross?
You don't mix fire with fire. That just makes worse fire.
Or
Does
it
it?
makes a really hot fire.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. That's why I love Italian food. Italian food is not some shit you eat before you do anything.
Garlic ruins lives.
But it tastes so good.
It's amazing.
Is there
so
anything
good.
better? Like,
No.
I know.
No.
Okay, I know I talk
Food-wise,
about the
no.
same shit. I love Olive Garden.
God bless
I
you!
do too.
I love Olive
You
Garden.
guys always go without me. They always go without me.
That's horrible.
I go when I'm real sad. Like, like if I'm sad, I'm like, oh shit, the video I did today wasn't good. That's usually what makes me sad. Like nothing else really makes me sad at this point. I'm like, I need the fucking breadsticks they gave you in the beginning.
Breadsticks.
the salad, the endless salad,
endless
and soup.
Why would I get? I never eat
Who
the
does
salad.
that?
I never eat the salad. I do get the soup. What do you get?
I get the soup. You don't even need to get like a meal though. With all like the unlimited breadstick, salad, and soup, you don't even need a meal.
That is the meal.
That is the meal.
And
Breadsticks
you
are
dip
the
those
meal.
Yeah.
breadsticks in that soup, and you have a party.
Except if you get the Alfredo sauce. Have you ever got
That's
that?
what I get. I get the Alfredo pasta.
Okay, not to ruin this, but I did hear a story about this woman who ordered the Alfredo sauce from Olive Garden.
Cockroach.
No, worse.
Toast.
Cum.
Semen.
Yeah.
4 types of semen.
4?
She
types
brought it
of
home
semen.
and she got like her mouth broke out in cold sores and she was like, what is this from? And she had the leftovers and they tested it and it came out with 4 different people's semens.
She could have ate like 2 people's semen. She ate all of 2 people's semen probably. No 4 guys are gonna just do that. They're like, we need 2 more guys. You gotta have 6 dudes to do it.
Why?
To perform
Why
a-
did they get fired?
I don't really know the end of it. I think the only thing I remember is the semen and the
4
Alfredo.
different types.
I don't really remember
My
much
heart is
else.
beating so fast for that woman.
I mean,
Like feel it. Feel my
Okay.
pulse.
I'm not
okay.
gonna do that.
Feel everything.
It's beating.
I'm alive.
That could
and now mine is too.
that could happen to you too. Don't be an asshole like me.
All right. Would you like to pick
Let's
a
do
topic?
it. No wasp.
You better pick a good one.
Okay, here we go. Ozzy Bigfoot asks, if you had to live in another country, which one would it be? P.S. Hello from the land down under.
I would definitely not choose Australia.
Oh,
Because
no.
of this. Oh my
Because
god.
of you, down under? That's all y'all ever say.
Okay, is the land down under, is it Australia or is it hell?
It's hell. What's the difference?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Or is
glad
it-
Maud's not here. She come and correct me and tell me.
I know. I
Don't you
feel like
know
she's
I
gonna
do
pop out from somewhere and be like, "Oi!"
She always says, "Oi." We don't. What do we say in America that's weird? Cool. I think that's what she told me. That we
Cool.
say cool. Like that's something that people don't
Oh,
say.
they do say that when they go, Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. They do that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I mean,
I
it's
think
just a
it's
way
like-
to get someone's attention. So we just say like, "Hey, bitch, what up?"
I know. We're over here. We're real bad.
Yeah.
Especially in LA. We shorten everything. It's like
Totes.
SO totes. What did this? Somebody said to me. It made me so mad the other day. Oh, I was walking with a friend of mine, and she's like, "God, I have a bliss right now."
Stop.
And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What the fuck is a bliss?" And she's like, "You know, a blister." If you talk like that, fuck you. First of all, don't tell me you got a blister.
Don't
Second of
tell
all,
me you got a bliss.
please respect me enough to say "ter."
The fact
Okay.
that she thought it would be shorter to say bliss and think that she didn't have to explain herself later and say the full word.
Right.
Exactly.
2
Like
seconds
we're talking
later.
about blisters all the time. Like you'll say significant other all the time. You can shorten that to SO, S/O. But like we talk about blisters once every 6 months.
Or if at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. What if she has a blister condition I didn't know about?
A bliss condition.
What if she's a bliss woman and I didn't know? I got bliss disease.
So I had a bliss. I'm just like assuming you're talking about how you had a moment of happiness.
Right.
Is that a new drug?
Yeah.
You got any bliss? I got bliss. I got drawing green book. I got Fall in the Stars. I got paper towns. I got bliss.
That's like in 90210 Beverly Hills with the Euphoria.
I don't know.
You were too young. So am I, actually.
We're the same
I had to rewatch that
age.
show
No, we're not.
later on in life.
I want to see it though. There's so much shit I've
It's
never
so
seen.
good.
I mean,
Have you?
I haven't.
Beverly Hills. Did you watch the reboot?
No.
No, I watched the shit out of that too.
No.
what channel would that be on?
The reboot was on CW.
Everything on CW. I hear you and Sophia always talking about that goddamn show, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh,
you better not be
God.
watching that.
I have not. I tried. I think I tried watching it once. No, that was Gossip Girl.
That's
No, it's their.
How was Dan Gossip Girl?
I don't
Sorry.
like any of these
I'm
shows.
confused.
They're not for
I'm
me.
just confused. Cause I try to jump in it and I'm like, yeah, I'm in this, and I'm like, what is happening?
I know.
It's hard.
I know.
You gotta
Gossip.
be invested.
You gotta be invested.
You gotta be invested.
And here's the thing, like, it may not be for me either, but it kind of is. But here's the thing, like, I like all types of shows. Like, Breaking Bad was the shit. I loved it. Pretty Little Liars is my shit, though. Like, that's my shit.
What's your shit? What are you watching right now?
I don't have cable, so.
I mean, who does?
Okay. What do I watch? What do I watch?
You gotta watch shit.
I honestly, I don't think I watch TV.
I don't
Are
watch
you
anything
a movie
right
person?
No.
now. Me either.
I watch stand-up specials over and over and over. So
You're the type of
I watch
person.
them all
You're the
over.
type of person that calls people on the phone, aren't you?
No, I'm not. But I did have a 50-minute conversation yesterday, and I was mind blown for myself.
That
How?
you, what, do you don't like talking on the phone?
No.
Yeah.
One time I was thinking about this. I lost my phone in the 6th grade, and I didn't even look for it for 3 months. And I had a boyfriend at the time, and he was like, "Why don't you ever answer my calls?" I was like, "My phone fell in the back of my bed, and I was just too lazy to get it."
You never
I think I just
got
fell in
it?
love with you.
I mean, because I remember
I'm
Bree did
not
that
a phone
too.
person at all.
I remember when you
Oh,
first
wow.
started working here, you were like, it was a Friday, and you were like, I can't find my phone. It's always a Friday. She was like, I can't find my phone. I was like, oh, you better find it. You're like, I'll just get it on Monday. I was like,
That's
what
amazing.
the fuck? 3 days?
That's amazing.
You know how many pussy calls you could be missing?
True.
That's what I like to think.
Find me on Facebook.
if I left
If they
my
really
phone,
want me, they'll find me.
if I left my phone for a whole weekend, I'd have one text. And it'd
from
be
your cell phone provider.
yes, exactly what I was gonna say. Say, Sprint, do this survey. I'm not doing a goddamn survey, Sprint. I promise you. You email me once a week, say, would you like 500 whatever points to do this? No, I don't care how broke I am. I will never do a survey.
I would have like 2 texts on my phone if I left it over the weekend. One would be from speedweed.com telling me about their sales, and the other one would be from my dad being like, "How are you?"
How are you? Your
And that's
dad's
it.
nice to you.
He's I love him. All right. This one's from Francesca May at Cheska May. If you had to teach one subject, what would you like to teach and why? That's a good question.
Dance.
I was gonna say art,
Oh.
because dance is not really a subject
You're
like,
right.
in high school.
Mhm.
I feel
It
like
was a class though.
it's like elective. It's not really like you don't have to take it.
What kind of art class would you do?
Graphic design, probably.
Oh.
Wow.
I would love to be, I wish being a teacher was like it is in the movies, where you're like the movies about the teachers, like where they're like, they come in and they're like, hair's all like, mine is naturally, and then they're like, 1802, Frederick Wilson painted this, and then they rip it down, and then they say, you could do that too. Get your pencils out, and all the kids take out their pencils, hey, break them. That's class for today, and then the bell rings. And
So
then
you'd be like a Dead Poet Society.
yeah.
That's
Robin
amazing.
Williams.
I'd do
teacher.
some of that kind
Okay,
of
cool.
shit. Being alive, I forget what he says in that movie. It was so goddamn deep, and when he died, everybody started talking about it because it was super damn deep. I liked it.
It's such a good movie. Oh my
I would-
god. I feel like you would be a really good teacher. You have
Really?
like, yeah, you seem very patient.
Oh,
yeah,
that's important.
yeah.
I am not patient,
Really?
but I love that I give that off.
You do.
That means you're faking it real good.
Yeah.
You're faking it
I
real
practice
good.
real hard about
Mhm.
being patient.
Yeah.
I know I'm not patient, and people always like. I think people get genuinely mad at me for it. I'm always thinking about something else. Right now, I'm thinking about what I'm doing tonight. Like, I just.
And it shows.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not gonna lie, it does. Like, you can tell sometimes when you're like not present because you're not listening to anything that anyone says. Sometimes,
I'm
so.
sorry. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. I'm a bad guy.
For me, I know that if I were to be a teacher, I don't really care what subject it is, I would rock the 90s teacher dresses. Like, I'm wearing one right now.
Bree-
Let's be real.
Let's see it.
Look at this. This is like my kindergarten
Very
teacher, Miss
cute.
Bloom.
Bree, you would be the favorite teacher for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody gets an A in Bree's class. And
Yeah.
you might get a B if you were like, fuck you, teacher Bree, and you'd be like, I'm gonna have to give you a B. Fine, that's the best grade I got.
Yeah. I would like teach lessons about anti-bullying.
Yeah.
That's
For sure.
But like, oh, you're teaching math. This is math class. I had a teacher, believe it or not, in college. I had a partially blind art teacher.
Really?
Wow.
Partially blind. She had like, she told me her vision was like Swiss cheese, and so she could only see out of certain holes. And
Wow.
I mean, she was a lovely woman, but I had a friend, I'm gonna call him out, Devontae, didn't do shit in that class. Devontae didn't do shit. Came in late every time, didn't do shit. Guess what grade he got?
An A.
A B.
Oh.
So she gave him something. She was like, hey, I know you didn't do shit, so I'm gonna give you a B. She did not care. She did not care at all. I got an A though.
What was that girl that you were obsessed with in high school? Was it the one that I love her name? Pooja?
Fabiola?
Fabiola.
That
That's
sounds
a
like
real
a cheese.
name. Fabiola, I loved Fabiola.
Okay. Was she in that class?
No, this was college. Fabiola got all A's. She was so goddamn smart.
Why did I think her name was Pooja?
What'd you say?
Pusha.
Pusha?
Pooja. Okay, I'm done.
Fabiola's different. That does sound like a cheese though. Should we go? You can get one more? You pull it. Who's taping shit now? You're limiting me.
Sticky bandits. All right. Hopefully I get a good one. They're all good.
They're all good.
They're all good, especially this one. Oh, okay. Tony KC at Nerdy Cowboy asks, do you have more things you regret doing or more things you regret not doing?
Not doing.
Yeah.
Because if I could go back and invent things before anyone else did, I'd be so rich. And I regret that.
That's what you think,
Yeah.
but it's about how they marketed it. Do you think you can market it like that?
I would do it the exact same way. I would straight up steal.
Straight up steal.
Yes.
Like like Steve Jobs, everybody knows him for being a genius. There's this video on YouTube that everybody should watch. It's him talking about Apple, and I think it's so revolutionary because, you know, he sells computers, and they sell so many. I have them. I would never buy anything other than an Apple computer because I'm one of his fuckboys, and he's dead. And in the video, he's talking about...
Oh my God, Will.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of his fuckboys. I'll buy any Apple shit. They come out with a new Apple turd with an Apple sign on it. And Steve Jobs created this right before he died. I'm gonna buy the turd. And everybody's gonna buy the turd too. But that's how it is, I'm sorry. In the video, he's saying, in the Apple commercials, notice the Apple commercials are not about the computer. He said when shoe stores try to sell you a shoe, they say it's got this type of soles. It does this. But Nike, what they say, they put Michael Jordan in the shoes and say Michael Jordan wears his shoes. And in Apple commercials, they show Gandhi going, you know, do Gandhi shit.
He goes, obviously, he goes like this.
Gandhi
He like wipes
never
his
did
brow
that.
like he's exhausted from sitting there meditating. He's like, oh.
It's like, oh shit, this Gandhi shit's way harder than I thought. TMZ's after me, and okay, if Gandhi was alive today and lived in LA, wouldn't TMZ be stalking him? Gandhi, what kind of nonviolent shit are you doing today? I ain't get away from me. I don't know what he was doing.
Got like a
know. I
juice
don't
in
know
his hand.
about that.
You got a
Cold
juice?
pressed
Mhm.
juice. Get out of
Gandhi,
here.
is Jamba Juice a part of the Gandhi diet? I don't know, but
You may be right though, because they did follow Mother Teresa a lot.
I bet they would. Oh, so what was the question? Oh, I was just saying, like, the way that he marketed it
Regrets.
had nothing, it was genius because it had nothing to do with computers.
Yeah.
Type in an Apple commercial, they barely talk about the product.
So back to
So,
regrets.
Oh,
Back to the thing we were talking about.
What about you?
I mean, I don't think I regret doing certain things. Like, every time I say something to someone, like, I'll breathe under myself and be like, that was so awkward. But, like, I don't regret saying it because, like, I said it. But I feel like I would regret, like, oh, like in school, when you know the answer, and they're like, what is this? And you're like, I know this, and you don't want to raise your hand just because, like, you might be wrong and you might look stupid, and then you don't say it, and then the next person says it, and everybody's like, wow, you're genius. And you're like, I said that! But you didn't.
it's all about perspective because at the time you're like, okay, I'm afraid of these 6th graders. I'll say anything in front of a 6th grader today, except for some bad words, because then they'll be like, ooh, I'm like, calm down. And they'll be like, ooh, I'm telling mommy. I'll be like, don't tell mommy. Please
Let's
don't
be
tell
real.
mommy.
They're already saying those words.
Yeah.
They are
For
already
sure.
saying it. I was the only 6th
Oh
grader
my
not saying that
gosh.
shit.
And
Yeah.
you were the 6th grader that would tell all the 6th graders to stop.
I'd be like,
You
yeah.
were that guy.
I was. I used
You
to
were-
correct people's English. You can say anything around me now. I don't give a fuck. But back then I was like, hey, you know, it's actually you or that you spelled it wrong. I don't give a fuck.
I
I used to
respect
be
that
that
type of
person.
correction though, because if you can't differentiate your
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong?
You know
You're
what?
not
When
an
you're a
adult.
kid, you need to be corrected. As an adult, you should already know by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one thing to not be able to do long division.
We're not
It's
talking about long
it's
division.
another to not be able to do your and your.
That's
Just
a
saying.
huge thing. I stopped talking to a guy once because he spelled the wrong "your." I was like,
I
I don't
felt
think
that way, too.
I can't
It's a deal
talk
breaker.
to you at all anymore.
You just a dummy.
Real
you
quick,
a dummy.
what's another deal breaker?
Looking like that.
Like what?
I don't know. Looking like that. You ever see somebody like, why are you looking like that? That's a big issue in my
I
life.
don't think I've ever seen
You when you're at the mall and you see her looking like that,
like
God.
resting bitch face.
No,
kinda?
just not even. Just
Who's
looking.
her? The Dairy Queen?
You know, there's girls and guys both show up looking like that, and you're like, can't do it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't have any.
Like
deal
face or like style?
demeanor.
Oh.
I don't know what. Do you have other deal breakers?
I don't know,
A deal
maybe.
breaker is when it's like around the first few times and they hold on to you a little too tight.
Oh.
It's like, whoa, why are you trying to possess me right now? Like, get away.
Have you seen that meme of Cinderella? I've seen it a million times where like they remade it, like they rewrote it, where she's like, the guy's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me take your shoe, and then she's like, hold up, I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's the difference between the way that society views females then and now. Because
Yeah.
I don't know any woman that if I grabbed her like that and she'd be like, okay, like, hey.
It
Yeah.
was, I think the meme is, she's like, it's midnight, I have to go. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, you need to stay. And she's like, I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I love people like that.
Me too.
I don't have any deal breakers. I'm real desperate. I'm just kidding. I'm not desperate.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool. That was the show, guys. Thank you for watching the show. Do I have to say something? Yeah. Thanks again to sponsor our episode, domain.com. Go over there, get yourself a domain name, and make your website and make a cool thing for people to see. Use the coupon code TALK and save yourself some money, like 20%. And like when I say like, I mean actually 20%. I'm William Haynes.
I'm Megan Batoon.
And I'm Bree Rig. Hey, bye.
Should we do some kind of cool ending? Let's do a handshake.
Let's.
Okay.
Should we start?
Disappear.
Can we start a?
What if invisibility cloaks were real? Okay.
Okay, let's do a thing where we disappear on
Yes.
3. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Oh man, we disappeared. Oh man, we disappeared. Man, we disappeared. Man, we disappeared. Man, we disappeared.
Like, you know, I'm like 12. So I'm like, hey, and she doesn't wave back. She's just standing there. And then he comes crawling out of the bushes, and then I say, you know, your sister's in the attic. And he goes, my sister's in Boston. She's not, no one's in the house. And I'm like, your sister's in the attic. And I said, there was a lady that looked like your sister standing in the window. And he's like, no one is in the house. It's just you and I. And I was like, I'm calling my mom. I'm leaving.
I'm done.
I never stayed over there again.